Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Forencos Tattoo Wonder Velvet Tints. I picked these ones up as part of the Wonderland collection and I was inspired to do so by a lovely commenter who requested some products from Forencos. Previously I have never tried this brand before and I really liked the way that the Wonderland looked, and I really liked the way that these tints looked on the lips. So aside from just wanting to pick it up because someone has requested it and because the packaging looked pretty, these tints are what drew me in. So for this review I'm going to be having a product description, packaging, swatches and application, and my final thoughts. So if you'd like to skip to any of these points, please do so now. So for this one, the product description says, a velvety lip tint features 4 buildable vivid colours that are perfect for the springtime with a transfer-proof formula, leaving a longer lasting bright and beautiful pigmented look. Does not leave a white film after applying. Blends with moisturizing avocado oil, shea butter and honey to condition the lips. So the packaging of these products is really cute. It's a little bit bigger and chunkier than my normal lip tints are, but I feel like they look really elegant with the gold sort of in the inside, and I really like this. I also really like how you can see the colours down the bottom. So you can see all 4 of the colours when you're just looking at the packaging, and then on the bottom they also have their names in English, which I fully appreciate, being that as I cannot read or speak Korean. There are 4 colours in the collection and they are kind of like this neon-ish kind of vibe. I hate the word vibe, but it kind of fits in with the collection because of course they do have those blushes as well which have the neon finish, which is really nice. Shade number 38 is called Alice. So for this one I'm going to be doing a gradient first, so I'm just going to apply it to the centre of the lips and then use a fingertip to smudge it out. So this is how Alice would look as a gradient. I do feel like the gradients do look substantially different to the full lip cover. I feel like the colour is a lot more like lighter, more pastel coloured, whereas if you build it up you can make it look quite bright, which I think is very different. Sometimes I put the gradients on and they look exactly the same as a full lip colour and there's like no difference whatsoever, so it's nice to see that there's something slightly different. And then I'll fill in the remainder with the applicator. And this is how we look as a full lip cover. So this one is a lot more bright when it is applied fully. You can also shear it out with your fingertip a little bit so you can make it a little bit more sort of matte, I guess. It's a very interesting lipstick. So if you blend it in a little bit like this, you lose a little bit of that shine that you'd probably lose throughout the day anyway. And I feel like this one looks really pretty. It's a really beautiful like springtime kind of pink, which is very fitting because we are going into spring in New Zealand at the moment, even though it is still freezing cold. So this is shade 38, Alice. Number 39 is called Fancy. This one is kind of like the most orangey one. Oranges are not usually my favourites. He looks quite neon. So this is how this one looks as a gradient. My lips are a little bit stained at the moment and I've already covered them with foundation. There's only so much you can do. And it does look really nice when my lips have got a little bit of colour to them, which I think is probably good because I feel like the orange itself mixes in with my natural lip colour normally if I was to gradient it. So I don't find this too much, like I don't really like oranges that much. Surprise. But this is nice, this is tolerable for me. And then we'll do the full lip cover. I lie, I'm going to do like an intermediate colour. So this is like more product but a little bit more sheer, so you can still see that it is definitely like coral orange, but it's not too overpowering for me. I quite like this kind of application, so all I did was I applied a little bit more and then just kind of moved it around with my finger. It's a little bit more mattified and a little bit less orange, and then if I apply the regular amount you get a little bit more of this neon orange kind of colour, and I don't love this for me personally. If you really want that bright neon orange, then absolutely use like a full application. Basically if you shear it out a little bit, it's a little bit less orange if that's what you want. That's what I want. So again, not a fan of this colour as it is here, but I definitely do like wearing it when it is more sheared out and you can see a little bit more of the pink of my natural lip showing through and a little bit less in the orange. So this is number 39, Fancy. Number 40 is called Daisy. I have to say that the applicators pick up so much product, so when you're trying to do a gradient you have to really like get rid of the product on the rim, which I personally don't like. So here is what Daisy looks like as a gradient. This one again is a really pretty color, and I enjoy this one as a more sheer application or a gradient too. And then for the full application, we get that really pretty bright color, which I think is just really nice. This one is a really pretty, like maybe corally pink color. I'm not actually sure what the color swatches are supposed to be for this one. It doesn't particularly look like what is on the inside of the tube, which is a little bit odd, but yeah, there's only 4 of them to choose from, so I don't have that much trouble. But I enjoy wearing this one a lot too. So this is number 40, Daisy. Number 41 is called Queen. This one looks so pretty as a gradient. It really is like it's almost like a My Lips but better kind of color for me. It's a little more pink than my own lips would normally be, but I really, really enjoy using this one as a gradient. And here's what it looks like as a full lip color. This one is a little more like muted rosy, or like a little bit cooler toned than the other pinks are in the collection as well. So you've got 2 that are like quite corally, quite orangey, and you've got the 2 that are more pink. In comparison, number 38, which is Alice, this is a little bit more of a warm toned pink. It's a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, and then this one is number 41, which is Queen. This one is a little bit deeper, a little bit more muted and rosy, so it's very pretty too. So this is number 41, Queen. So for these tints, it took a little while for me to actually kind of come around to really liking them, because the first time that I used them, there's just so much product that gets picked up on those applicators. Like, it's an insane amount of product. I really have to like wipe it off really thoroughly before actually trying to apply it. And the first few times I feel like I just applied way too much of the product and my lips looked neon, like fully bright and like not my cup of tea normally. However, after a few sort of goes at them, I did realize that if you just blend them out with your fingers, so nice. It's like that really beautiful like muted neon look that I was particularly after, and they make my lips look really nice. My lips are dry, they are flaky, they are wrinkly. These ones didn't really get rid of any of the wrinkles, but they did hide the flakes really, really well. And they are kind of moisturizing, and they kind of look matte. And so it's like if you want a matte lipstick that is quite bright, so like really pigmented, and you can build the pigment, if you share them out, they look so beautiful. Like this at the moment is 2 of the colors shared out together in a gradient, and I just think it looks so wonderful. And you know, you want something that looks matte, hides the like flaws on your lips that the matte products would usually really enhance. These are great. No wonder they are called Wonder Velvet tints. I just think that they look really, 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 really nice on the lips. So in general, these are ones that I would probably recommend for anybody who is looking for these kinds of shades. I'm not actually sure what the other ones are like, because obviously this is like 38 to 41. There have to be other colors in the collection, and I would be very interested in finding and trying those other colors in the collection, because I really, really like the finish of the lipsticks. What do we think? Do we want a whole collection of this, or is that just me being like too OTT? They're also like not that expensive, like $14 US. Not bad whatsoever. In terms of being transfer proof, I kind of 50% agree with this one. I feel like when I put them on my lips, they set really nicely and they do not smudge that badly. So I can have them on for like 4 to 5 hours without needing to reapply. I can eat and I can drink and they'll wear off just a little bit in the center, but otherwise they are really good. The one thing that I have noticed because of my profession as a flute player, the flute obviously sits underneath your lip like this, and there are some instances where you kind of touch your lip on the way to put the flute or where it's supposed to go, right? Your lip does touch the instrument. I have noticed that sometimes I'll end up with like a little bit of a smudge underneath my lip. Nothing terrible, not awful. It's not all the way down my face, but it is notable. It is not 100% transfer proof. Like, I think that anything that feels nice on the lips is not going to be transfer proof like that. So don't be surprised if these do transfer just a little bit. Otherwise, they are wonderful. So I recommend these tints for anyone who's looking for a matte lipstick that does not enhance any of the flaws that matte lipsticks normally do enhance, and is looking for something that is a little bit transfer proof. Not 100%, but it's pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!